If your God is relegated to conscience, that little voice in your head trained to speak at the wave of your experience, then your God is too small for me. If your God is only a projection of the distant father in your living room who abused and neglected you when a father was more important than shelter or food, then your God is too small for me. If your God failed you by not doing what you thought he ought, if your God is designed for your convenience, a prop of your comfort, then your God is too small for me. If your God is a white-haired old man who is more old-fashioned than old age, if your God is historically respected but defective in your current complexity, then your God is too small for me. If your God is less meek and more mild, piled with placid temperament and uninspired, unmoved, unintentional, if your God's emotional capacity for compassion is less than yours, then your God is too small for me. If your God calls you to comfort, safe for the whole family, always come unto me, but never go out in my name, then your God is too small for me. If your God has never flushed your face and stolen your words with waves of open ocean or mountains that mouse your vocabulary, if your God does not leave you in awe of amazing grace so unbalanced that you clamor to conceive it, then your God is too small for me. If your God abides by your contracts, a pact to protect your formulas, a God who upholds your cold contingencies, if your God only works through the cogs of machinery that you've manufactured for a factory of formulas to faith, then your God is too small for me. If your God is white, middle class, Republican, if your God is Baptist, Methodist, Presbyterian, or Catholic, Pentecostal, Lutheran, or non-denominational, your God is too small for me. Whatever God it is that you know so much about to comprehend or contain is too small for me, because my God is too big for you. My God is not contained in bullet points pressed on a page by those arrogant enough to think they could grasp him. My God is too big for you. If you are searching for a God small enough to see, tiny enough to taste, or touch with trust displaced, if your soul is not sandbagged or beautifully nagged by a God who won't stop calling your name, then my God is too big for you. If you do not praise your God for poetry and music and art, a baby's smile or a full coffee cart, for brazen horizons and seas, a resounding storm or a tender breeze, if your God does not leave you in love with beauty that makes your soul scream, this is what life is meant to be, then my God is too big for you. If you are searching for a God you can wrangle like a Mustang with a rope made of frayed twine and managed reason, if you need a being who will obey your beckon to submit to your five senses and incomprehensive pretenses, then this poem is too big for you. And my God is too big for you.